All right, in this episode, we're going to go from the very beginning of the game to our first base. And we are going to do Springlands as fast as possible. So let's get started. All right, starting out, we're running out into the world. All right, when you get here, bombs. I'm gonna grab the bombs off of here, and then they're stacking up in the alt bar there. Use the least amount as possible, and I kind of blew that up. It's a ring now every time. Grab the reading material, and then quit out. What we're doing here is we're stacking up bombs. So it only took a few moments to do all of that. And then, see, did it with one, did it with one. And then getting 2 rings. So this way you've got stamina and regeneration. You have 2 of them to help you get started. So, there's your turn beacon, loot everything. When you're passing by the bushes, loot them up. And then by the time you get here, you should be level 2. We really didn't do anything as far as mining or anything like that. Water. Drink here every time. In the beginning, when you reset, you're going to come in here and grab water until you get your own well. All right, and also when you're in here, you're coming over here. I'm playing a ranger. Just grab the arrows every chance you get. We got 6 arrows, and then we got... You want to make an axe first. And then over here you saw the red light for the quest, red beacon. We're going to hit V. We are going to make a flame altar. We are going to put the flame altar, it fell in 3. I usually keep it on 4. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. We're going to hit 4. Pay attention to the borders. In the beginning, the yellow border is everything inside your dead, right? And anything that's inside, like you see that tree right there, if I cut it down, it will not grow. If I harvest these rocks, they will not respawn. So I like to keep that like that in the beginning, and then I don't want to go too far. So, right, make it low as possible, right? Not under the ground, but you don't want it too high, because what we're going to do is set a bench. I'm going to tab through that. We're going to hit V again, create a workbench. Doesn't take much to do it. We harvested it pretty quickly. Hit R to rotate, and we're going to put it right here. And then in here, we are going to create a construction hammer. And then the construction hammer is going to go on 3. All right, so now we have a construction hammer. We want to make wood. So we're going to harvest a lot of wood. And I'm just going to use all the wood I have. Like a couple thousand, 2,100. Still have wood to spare, right? And then what we're going to do is hit tab, go through the tutorial stuff, and then over on the right, you see we've got rough wood blocks to play with. And if you add more than that, it tells you to hit the control and just roll your mouse to pick the material that you want to use. We're going to hit the Alt key down at the bottom. We're on the 2x2. We're going to use the 4-meter set. We are not going to use the foundation. Never use those unless you want to dig a big hole. Use more material than you need. We're just going to use the ceiling. So in the beginning, you want to build 3 wide like that. And I was too much into the hill. Darn it. I should have moved over a little bit more. So what you do with that is we're just going to roll over to foundation, and we're going to put a foundation, and then we're going to put foundation, then we're going to right click and remove it. And you see that it cuts for you, cuts a hole. Then we roll back over to 7 and we put in a floor. But we're going to make our base 3 by 6, and then we will grow out this way and this way, because you're going to expand as quickly as you can. All right, we are going to go to window. Again, you rotate, R to rotate, and then I'm just going to put it under the window. Just something like that. All right, tab. There we go. Walls and a roof. Very good. So what else can we make right now? Can we make some chests? Looks like we can make 1. I can only make 1. That's fine. Fell in open slot 4. And right here, we're going to hit X to snap. And we're going to snap a chest right there. And then we are going to load it. Hit R to load everything. You can see R right here. F to return it. All right, but we're going to make 4 of them at the least, and then try not to make any more until we get the upgrade to make a larger chest. Decorative roll down is this door, wood and string. We've got the wood and the string, wood and string. We can make doors. All right, doing it anyways. You can only make 1 door, yeah. I need to harvest more. So we have X for snap. I want the doorknob on the left like it is so that it opens towards the crafting bench. I don't want it near my storage benches. There we go. So keep farming out there. We made 4 chests, and we want to make sure we make a tiny backpack as soon as possible. There we go. We want to make daggers, and we want to make a wand. Wands are great early game for killing distance mobs. They're really fast and so on. And there we go. So we have our wand in 4, bow in 3. We've got our axe or hatchet for breaking boxes and things, as well as killing critters and other mobs in melee. We're going to put our daggers right here in slot 1. That's my primary weapon. And I'm going to put my rusty sword here. Probably put it down here until I get something else. So we're going to hit N to get to our gear and set our backpack. So there we go. That is set. And we need to make grappling hook and a glider. The only quest that we have right now, if we hit J, is getting the blacksmith, our first survivor, but we'll do that a little bit later. Right now we want to head to the Shroud, get Shroud wood, Shroud liquid, and some other cool stuff. So let's get over there. We got 10 minutes in here. Shroud liquid. This you have to chop down with your axe. Just faster to go over here. We're going to go to axe. I have it on alt 1. And let's get some shroud wood. Corpse recovery is never fun. That is Death Shroud. A little dark, I couldn't see it, and I paid the price. Alright, we've got enough to make our glider, and we have enough to make our first grappling hook. There we go. We're going to hit N and install our grappling hook and our glider. There we go. So we're ready to cross the bridge and go get the blacksmith. All right, it's nighttime and we need to make a bed. So go to the crafting table, 5, hit X to snap, and we're just going to put it right here for now. Let's go ahead and sleep for the night. It's morning and time to get back to work. All right, we've got the blacksmith marked. It's just one quest, highlight, moderate difficulty. So let's keep our stamina up. Raylan Bridge. Have our grappling hook. And the blacksmith is in there. But first we're going to go over here. Reading material. Repair if you need to. Grappling hook. We're up here, silver chest. New daggers. Back, we have the blacksmith that allows us to invest our runes to get this up, and we've got some bennies that need to be unlocked. We have glider, so we can now glide down safely. Grab the blacksmith. Here we go. We have the blacksmith. Before we head back, we're going to do is go here to the right. Is a flame shrine. Our first one. And you get 2 spark. Be sure to loot everything around. And yeah, there we go. Blacksmith. Import back to base. Back at base, your altar lights up. Talk to it. And yeah, it just tells you what to do. What we're going to do is craft, hit V. We're going to craft a summoning staff. And then we're going to equip it. I'm going to put it here, and then I'm going to replace my axe. I'm going to hit Alt 1, and we're going to put the tab. We're going to put Oswald right here. Hey! We're going to tab again. We're going to hit F, F, F. Set 0 range. I don't want them roaming around. We're going to need to make sure we give him a bed. I'm going to give him mine. And then we are going to talk to him.
Watch out! Sparks flying.
Gives us quests. Huh. We hit J. We have 2 new quests. Clear the Elixir Well, which is down in the Shrouded area. That's part of the Embervale quest and the Flameborn quest. We have Forge Weaponry or Armor, and we're going to forge armor. It gives me 4 and 4, and currently I don't have any gloves. Let's go ahead and make these. Then hit N. I don't have any gloves. Now we've got 4 more physical resistance and 4 magical resistance. Next, let's spend our runes that we've got. So enhance equipment, tutorial, and then we want to enhance our new daggers. So we're going to spend the brutal, 2 brutals. Cool. Now, since we made armor, we only have 1 quest, and that's the Elixir Well, but we're not going to do that yet. Instead, what we're going to do is head for the Spire. Springland's Spire. So they were able to travel longer distances to get the Alchemist, get the Hunter, the Farmer, and then the Carpenter. All right, we're headed to Springland Spire. I'll see you on the other side of the bridge. All right, we're on the other side of the bridge, and we're headed north. That's where we got the blacksmith. All right, we're jumping over, and we have a mob. Where is he? And mob down. All right, we're going in here to get some blocks, bone building blocks. Spider. Secret wall. Brown chest. Repair. All right, we've arrived at the spire, and typically what I do is put an altar over here. So, and you see the red line? You can't build there, but you can build here. All right, let's climb the spire. So essentially our base is right here where we start, and we ran across the bridge, or we grappled across the bridge. We ran up here, climbed up this, killed the guy, got a silver chest, ran up here. We went and we did the hidden tomb, we came back, and now we're right here. So let's get started. All right. Make sure you go to the left. All right, level 3. Grab all the loot. Grab the potion. And head on up. All right, from here we're gonna run over and hit this button. And opens this door, and the only thing in here is silver chest. We got another ring, the Alchemist ring. Don't need it. It's got mana on it. We're gonna climb up here. Watch your stamina. We're gonna let go, and we're gonna go in. Right. Get up over here. Break all this, loot if you want, and then hurry, go up to the next level. Up here, you break all that, get more resources. I do that offline. We're gonna jump across to this grate. Oh shoot. We're going to jump across right here in the center so we can grab the grate and climb up and bring out our bow and shoot that and get another silver chest. And again, nothing I'm going to use. Break all of these for some fat loots, and then we're just going to go down here, check stuff, break things, resources. And yeah, we opened the door, so instead of going around, could have just glided down to here. Right, now we're gonna go up. And we're gonna open this, and we're gonna go to the left. Here, climb it, go around, and we're through. Right, open the door on the right, and then we want to get to that gold chest, but it takes 2 buttons. Let's go get the first one. Watch your stamina, otherwise you fall. Go across, hit the button, and you can go down here. Right, 1 light. Now we go in here, and then we jump, single jump. Be careful not to fall in the lava. And here we go, single jump, just very forward and jump, forward and jump. This is the one we're telling you, oh hey, it's something called sprint jump. So sprint, just land right here. Make sure your stamina's up. And jump, hold forward so you stick to the grate and climb. There we go. Hit the button. Just go over the edge. Don't take fall damage. And yeah, gold chest. Daggers. Blunt. Huh, interesting. Let's grab them. Head back. Here we go. And jump, jump, jump. Go up. Yeah. And we've arrived. Springlands. Fast travel. There we go. All right, from here, I'm just going to fly down here, pick up a couple more spark at the beginning of the game. You want to get as much of that as possible. So set a waypoint. It's this way. It's on the other side of the blacksmith vault. There we go. Grab the loots. Head back to home base. Once we arrive, talk to the flame. And new locations. And there we go. 3 quests. Time to get the hunter or the alchemist. You pick. I'm going for the hunter. And continuing to put off the elixir well. All right, we're at Springland's fast travel again up at the top. I went down and got my old altar. So I keep altars up. Now, we're headed there at the top of my head. But first, we are going to fly this direction here, right above my head. See how far we can get. What am I doing? I've got 4 points to spend. I am headed towards double jump. So, endurance, runner. There we go. Don't hit trees. Don't hit any trees. You'll fall to your death. Honey, grab the honey. Always grab the honey. All right. Could shoot it with a bow. But in the beginning of the game, you can never not have enough honey. These aren't falling when you cut the tree down. I got, that's why the wand is good. All right, we're continuing to pick up everything we can. Rocks, all that fun stuff. All right, we're gonna glide across this, over to the other side. And then later we'll come back underneath behind me is. Be sure to hit the flame shrine. 2 more. And we're headed right over to the start of the Hunter Vault. On your way there, if you need fur, and I do, kill these guys here. All right, now we head to the vault. This one's pretty easy. Just furry creatures, and we're going to get up our stamina. And now we're headed into the vault. So this one's easy. If you want a gold chest, it's a little bit of a challenge. Don't get hit by these things. Just let them pass and sprint across. So button 1, basically we have 3 buttons. Keep your stamina up. You're going to need it because we got a hook across that. This one's pretty easy. Button 2. Break these if you want more. What's over here? Nothing. And let's see if I can do this on the first try. All right, sprint, hook, pull forward, stick to the grate, Button 3. And then you can swing across if you want to. Whee! Don't take full damage, or just glide right across. Gold chest. Staff I don't need. Alright, now we're going to jump across this, or swing. Swing. And then you can go right or left. Right, and then up the stairs. And then in here, this door opens. And no mobs in here? No mobs in here. And we have the hunter. Very nice. Gotta make another bed. Now from here, you can go up here, open the gate, jump across that, don't fall into it, just single jump is fine. Climb the grate, right to the right, open, silver chest. New bow, we'll check it out. When we go in here, we jump up here, and red shroud, death shroud. But there's a quest down there for us, and we can glide down and do that. There's a tower right above my head with a gold chest in it, and we're gonna head to that. Lay an altar down. All right, before we head out, let's strengthen the flame. Strengthen the flame. Do this as soon as possible. I need shroud liquid, and I should have plenty of that. Here we go. And now I've got everything to strengthen the flame and pick up 2 more altars. There we go. Flame level 2. Very nice. Time to deploy the hunter. Summoning staff. We're going to put the hunter right here. And level 4. That's completed. We're going to hit F, F, F. Because we don't want the hunter moving around. And she already started. Just put her right there. Talk to her.
Yes.
And finding salt. And we need salt.
Catch you later.
In order to make dried fur. So there's no point in making this right now. It's just huge. We need salt to actually do anything. So we'll deploy this as soon as we get salt. All right, the hunter has been deployed, been summoned. Now it's time to get the alchemist. So we've got it set, moderate difficulty, hit F to find it on the map. We're going to go from Springlands, and then we're going to glide this way. We're going to do some stuff in between. But yeah, it's turning night. Let's have a sleep. It's morning time. We're at Springland Spire, and we're going this direction. Follow the waypoint. And we are going to glide down to that village right there, do some things, then go over to that area right above my head, do some things. That's Woodguard. Right. Break out the bow. Mob right here. The undead. Some of the gang we're gonna see when we get to the hollow. Alright, we're gonna go down here now. left or right. Either way gets you here. Now behind these bars are mobs that will come out as soon as we open this chest. So open the chest, grab whatever the loot is, don't get excited, and they're coming out. And yeah, kill them all. After killing them, these gates are unlocked, of course. Go in, and noble gear, cosmetic, but it's cute, better than looking like I look, but on male characters, not so pretty, so I'm not even gonna wear it. Now when I get done with Woodguard, there was Homestead there, and then Woodguard, we're heading over to the the Alchemist, before we do the salt mine, and we're gonna fly over the top of this hill. Hopefully we make it with this little glider. Glide down, don't take fall damage. And we're going to drop an altar right here in case we die, need to come back. All right, we're at the salt mines. They're right over here. But a little tip, there's actually salt right here. So you don't have to go into the salt mines. Need quick salt, have a better glider, get over here really fast, and get all the salt you need. Right, but we are going to go do the salt mine, get that quest, get another chest. Now another tip, when you're right here, we're coming back on this hook right here. I set a waypoint. A flag is fine. Just anything that sticks out, and then I set a waypoint. That way I know, I've done this so many times I don't need it, but it helps you find your way back where you're going. Right, we are going to go in here, and we're going to use our torch because it's dark, and the torch works just fine. Fine for the critters. Alright, and we got the fossil. The collectible. Alright, go back, guys. And I'm up. Alright, didn't even know that. Alright, we are going to go over this direction, go back to our weapons, and land on this bridge. And then salt. Lots and lots of salt. There we go. We are done with that. I'll be back here or that other place quite often. Bronze sword, notes, deactivate our altar, and start head towards the Alchemist. We're at the return beacon. Level 5. Is that enough to get double jump? Yes, it is. We have double jump. Very nice. All right. And head on into the vault. And here's the Alchemist. So, arrows, I'm an archer, so arrows, loot, and then Alchemist. Yeah, Balthazar, buddy. Down here, scavenger stash, lockpick required, wailing blade. All right, Balthazar is summoned in place. Balthazar has a bed, a bunch of quests pop up. We now have 7 quests. We turned in the wailing blade to the blacksmith. All right, we're gonna make scrappy pick and axe. Do this as soon as possible. I could have done it a while ago since we got the blacksmith, but I wasn't urgent for it. Of course, this would have gotten us just a little more salt. So we're going to make the axe first, straying metal and shroud wood. There we go. And we're going to make the pick, metal scraps and more shroud wood. Let us spend our ruins and upgrade, enhance our equipment. First thing is the daggers. That's our primary. There we go. It's at the 14. It's not bad. Next is our tainted axe. And I need legendary runes for that. Okay, it's morning. I'm at Springland's fast travel right here. And we're going to go do the farmer, which is north of us. It's that direction right there. Down here, secret room, gold chest, hatchet, level 10. All right, we've arrived. And we're going to run up here. You can set an altar here. So we are going to put an altar as far in as we can. Here, right here. Sorry. And then head in. Head in. Make another altar. Go return beacon. And going in. Probably should check around, but let's go ahead and head in. Okay, this is a fun one. We got to swing across that double. We're going to go to the left. And then we're going to head over here. There's nothing down there that ever interests me. But don't fall in the lava. Alright, we're going to climb up and over. Make sure you got the stamina. And then in here, we're going to try to get past these sparks. So, there we go. Double jump helps. Then, secret door, silver chest. Lockpick required. A new bow. Let's see here. 10, 15, 7, 11. Ooh, this is an upgrade. Doesn't have a gem slot. I don't care. Magic, damage, and precise. So, yeah. Yeah, we're going with this. Equip. And then we'll see what we're going to do with that. Alright. Then again, you're going over, wait for one to pass, double jump across, hit this button, and it turns them off. Alright. Now what we're going to do is go over here, jump across, and then we're going to climb this grade, jump over to that grade. So here we go, and turn beacon. You know why this is here? Because if you're not used to double jumping, yeah, this can be fun. So, one, jump, there we go, and we're across. All right, next button. All right, break all of these canisters if you want. And then we go to the right and we climb this. Great. Without jumping. There we go. And then we're going to go this way and all the way around. Right here, here, open this, and then we're going to run and jump across these. So study the pattern, and I just run right here. Just get as far as you can. You time it right, no problem. Next button. All right. That was 3 buttons needed, 3 buttons down. You can go out this way, silver chest, and crackling wand fire. I'll check that out. Right, but we are going this way. And we have the farmer. Yeah. Here we go, Emily Frey. And then we're gonna go up here and swing across as far as you can. Double jump helps. And then secret door. Wall, secret wall. Silver chest. Ooh, love getting that. I think that's there almost every time I've been here. Head back to the base. I'm going to leave the altar here. We're going to use it as a travel point to the next area. So I built out the base because I'm getting a lot of these and beds and all of that. We're going to hit tab, go to Emily. And I'm just going to put Emily right here for now. Move her later. Level 6. We're going to hit F, F, F to get to 0 roaming range because we don't want her walking around. And we need to make a bed. And there we go. She should be happy. All right, let's talk to Emily. Farming the animals. Get some goats. And start all of that. So, a couple more quests. And then the hunter's lit up.
So?
Lost spindle. Yes, we need to get that.
I can do it.
For our linen. All right, very nice. Essentially what we're doing is we're putting an altar there, and we'll come back and we'll head over to Low Meadows Spire right there. So we can get to the Capinda. So jump, glide, pretty simple. We're pretty much going straight down. And if you had the quest, you'd see the marker, but this village right here is that quest. to lay down an altar. 3. Just put it right here. That's fine. That's just fine. Make a backup altar. And yeah. So there's a guy right above my head. Can't see him. I'm just gonna shoot because I know he's there. It's not there. All right, where's the doggy? Where's the doggy? Get all this metal. So I have an altar here. Farm this gold chest, or just keep going. There's a doggy. Where's the doggy? Not in here. Destroy all this. There's lots of loot in here. Go to our axe. Like this. Ooh, that is an upgrade. 14, one-handed. Good blunt on it. Yeah, that is definitely replacing that. Salvage the old. This was 10, level cap 5. Oh, yeah, get rid of my first bow. This is a destroy. Oh, I gotta equip this first, and then I can destroy. I can salvage. And we got another ring. Stamina and health. Not bad. And stamina and stamina regeneration. So the ring we got earlier actually was this one, mana stamina and health. And this is 1 and 1. So hit this. That's an upgrade. Very nice. All right, we're going up here. Loot. There is a guy right here. Loot. Don't fall off. Grapple. Open. And then reading material. That's not what we're here for. We're here for this gold chest. All right, and we got an ice wand. Time for the carpenter. So we put this altar previously in front of this tower, and we are right here in the map, just east of our home base, and we're gonna go do the carpenter. So 281 this direction. So let's start getting over there now. I'm gonna do the gold chest first and then get on our way. So just a reminder, that direction right there was the hunter. Right here, we flew, glided down to here, set an altar to farm this tower, and now we're gonna head towards the carpenter. Before you head in, drink your shroud potions, eat your food, get ready for some fighting. So here we go. All right, we're heading into the vault. Here comes some fun. All right, we're going to our axe because there's going to be lots of bugs. Lots and lots of bugs. So you can slide down. We want to take out that spawner right there for the bugs. You can get them excited first. Take out as many as you can with range. All right, there is a spawner right here we need to take care of. And archaic essence. Buggies. Build up. Eyes. Collect your essence. Definitely want this. There we go. There we go. Legacy runes. We needed those. All right, where'd she go? Where did she go? And here we are. You need grenades. You need grenades. So I have plenty. And Alt 6 grenades. Alright, so 1, 2. Is that all I need? Yep, I can get over that. So we're gonna go to range. And there's another Banshee in here. Where is she? I can't see her. And Banshee down. Door opens. Grab the cap and death. Here we go. Cade Hawthorne. Very nice. Then the door opens so you can run out. And then go for it. Alright, back to the base. Talk to the flame. Let's go through the dialogue. Get new locations and quests. This is number 3. Alright, well, number 4. Flame has lots to say. Here we go. And, yeah, so hunters lit up, farmers lit up, and we're going to put the Carpenter right. Alt, summon, tab, Carpenter. We're going to put the Carpenter right here for now. And then we'll hit F, hit tab and then hit F to get to 0 range. And yeah, we're going to, while we have the summoning one unoccupied, we're going to assign Cade here to the other bed we created. And yeah, that's done. Talk to him. And more quests. Tomb and treasures. Into the new year, the whole new year. The bridge, we should have done that earlier. It's under the bridge. The Luca. And then building, Didwin, get some building blocks. Right, there we go. So blacksmith lit up.
Watch out! Sparks flying.
And then the hunter.
What do you need?
Test of skill. Animal fur required. And then the alchemist, not the farmer. Come on.
A pleasure.
Wow, you have a lot. We're getting a lot of quests. Carpenter rescued. Yes, I did. Investigate troubled rumors. Alchemist Motar. That's what I was looking for. Descend of the Hollow Halls. That's what I'm not looking for. A cat and mice. Flame protection. Elixir direct. So there's a bunch of elixir quests and things like that. So Here's the farmer. Yeah, beware of the hollow.
Sure,
So
man,
there's
in the
not the whole
story.
hollow quest
On that
line. I don't think that's going to be part of this series. I have other videos on that. And the cabin is lit back up. Right, equipment loss. And Mysterio Hollow Halls. Yeah. Getting all the Hollow Halls stuff. Alright, back to our altar next to the Carpenter Vault. So we're right here on the map, west of our home base. And there's the Carpenter. We are headed right there to the Low Meadows. There, so facing this direction, it's somewhere in here. So let's get started. We're going to head back up the road. Alright, we have arrived, and this border goes out a little on the far side, so can't build here. There is the red border. We're going to put an altar out here. Right about there is fine, and then we'll go collect our other altars. So right now we're 4 out of 4, and yeah, we're going to climb the spire. Alright. Start heading on in. Yeah. Up the stairs, Low Meadows. There's some loot, I think off to the right here. And here it is. So reading material, fur, and some other goodies. And let's get upstairs. Here we go. Okay, first thing is get this button here. There's one. And get that button over there. Spread across. And then we're going to go down there. And grab the silver chest. Double jump across. New shivs, level 10, 13. So pass, sprint across, jump, double jump. Alright. And the usual thing. Alright. And here we are, we're back. Now this is open, 2 buttons down, and we're going to go up to the next level. Alright, we're at the next level. Okay. These aren't popping yet, but they will as soon as you hit this button. So hit the button, run out, and then they start. Alright, so hit the button. Can't open this yet. There is a button, I think, right there. Go over here to this space, so sprint. Sprint over here. And yep, there's the button right here. Okay, still locked. But if you run back, this door open with a silver chest. Rusty sword. Seriously? Hit this button. There we go. Now this door is open. It was locked before. And we're back here to this button. Okay, we're going up. Alright, this is always a fun one. I never time these right. But let them pop. So now as soon as they pop, you can run without getting hit. I got hit. Now we're going to go over to that door. And open this door. Right here, we are going to jump across. So double jump helps You don't need it. Double jump again. And you don't need it. You can jump and glide. Climb the grate. And then what we're going to do is drop down and go across these sparks. And then go in here. And then you're going to use your bow. While that's open, hit the button, then go to the left. And we're going to swing across. Press forward to stick to the grate. Make sure you have the stamina. Climb up. Hit the next button. There we go. Yeah, the door is open. And these are off. So glide down here. And yeah. We've reached the top of Low Meadow Spire. Very nice, very nice. And there we go. Now what we can do is see for center. We're able to get to a lot of things that are around here, and such as the VUCA ceremony. Since we're here, we're going to do the VUCA ceremony. So we've got so many quests now. So we head this direction either way, and it is right down there. So this is a challenge on our level. Have better gear. There's VUCA Brawler. Is this Marianne Reed? All right, good enough. Good enough. Back to base. It's time for the Alchemist Rumors. So that's the quest we're going to do next, and we got it set as active. F on the map, so it is right here. We are actually going to use the altar that we set just outside the farmer vault, and we're going to run that direction. So let's get over to this altar and get started. All right, we're here just in front of the ancient vault for the farmer. Our quest is 478 this way. And we're going to start heading that way. And I'll see you out in front. All right, we've arrived. Now, here's a tip. It's better to go through the front gate, take the guy out on the top, than to go through this side entrance, because if you go through the side entrance, you pop up in a tunnel and you aggro and place the boss that we're going to fight in the wrong place. And we want the boss to be back, and we're going to go counterclockwise around the arena where the boss is. And let's see if we can take this guy out. Go over here. And there he is. So, right. Boom. Boom. Killed him. Nice. Killed him with a barrel. Depending on your configuration. Gold chest. Ooh, sleek dagger. There we go. Alchemist rumors. Head back and let's visit the Alchemist. So the Alchemist didn't have anything to say, but the quest tells us that we need to craft the improved grappling hook. So we have the head and we've taken off our grappling hook. So we go here, shroud spore from the elixir well. You can also make them from shroud spores, shroud liquid, and of course our grappling hook. Yep, made that quest complete. The Alchemist rumors are complete. So go back to N and put on our new improved grappling hook. All right, now that we have the scavenger matron helmet, we can strengthen our flame. Strengthen the flame. We have everything necessary for that. We go to 6 active altar capacity. Yeah, we are flame level 3. Very nice. All right, we are outside of the hills of Scavenger and we're headed to Mistberry Catacombs, so let's get started. And we have arrived at Mistberry. You're going to deal with some bats. So, tab, shoot. There's like 3 of them. Tab, shoot. And grab this in case we die. I only see 2 bats. All right. Put a altar out here if you need to. Otherwise, we have a return beacon. No fix required. We're going in to the left. Read 1 to glory. Same on the other side, so either one of them. And yeah, we're going in. So straight ahead, you see we've got some buttons that we need for the door, and we're going to go to the left first. So we're going in. We're in the Enshrouded area. Go through the doors. No lockpick required. And yeah. Some mobs in here. Go up. There, got it over there. There, go to the right, across steps, jump. Double jump helps. Right, left or right. Essentially what we're trying to do is climb this grate. And get across to that button. You can't shoot it. And then there's mob over there. Down. Exploding barrel. And a chest. Right. And then back over here, there is a door and a chest. And you can go through this door and you're back to the grate. So what we're going to do is go on the other side and open this door. And there's lots of critters in there. Down here, there's things to kill. There's also archaic essence. All that fun stuff. So go over here. Let's get over here and start breaking this. Right. take these out. Stay out of that. We're having a shroud. Not too much to worry about, but there is that thing. Where'd you go? He's not gonna fall in a bad spot. Yes, it is. Keep going, keep going. All right. We want to go over and across so we can get right up there is a button. So we're going to go up and over here. Back to bow. Kill that mob. Oh. Ducked behind. And there's one more right around here. Oh, he's probably gonna hit me. All right, we're gonna swing across the other side. So jump, swing, and there we go. Round chest. Heal. Over. And there it is. Bring out your bow, your ranged weapon. All right, next one down. We have 2 down. We are going to go to that bridge right there. And look to the right, and there's another button right there. And from right here, you can shoot that button. That's button 3. Right? Go through here. We're going to use bombs. I am going to put bombs right here on 6 and blow that up, and that opens up this wall. Kills those bug spawners to the left. We got a chest. Need all those I can get. In fact, I need to chug one of those. Then what we're going to do is climb across this grate to the left. Check your stamina first. Up and over and down. Then we're going to jump across. You can use the grate. I want to shoot this barrel right here. Don't get too close. There's a spawner and it opens up the wall. But first, we're going to go over here and grapple across for a silver chest. Don't need it. I never get lucky with that chest. Grapple back and go through the wall. All right, we're going to go to the right and come through. And then we're going to kill this guy. We're going to kill this guy. And you have to push this button. Alright, that's the last button. Then silver coffin. Let's head on through. So this door was locked, now it's unlocked. And head over, and all 4 buttons are done. And the room is open, and we have our new shield. Yeah, Pike needs bulwark. Give me that. Give me that. Finally get rid of this old wooden shield that I started with. So here we go. Let's hit N. Shield. Loader. And yeah, there we go. There we go. So next is the Alchemist Mortar. And yeah, we have activated. It's a couple of parts to it, but no problem. We're going to get this started. Now it's best, I usually put an altar here. We have the return beacon here in case we die, because there's a possibility if you don't have double jump and you don't know where you're going. So we're just running up here we're jumping, and not over the side. Running over here. Make sure you got the stamina for this. Jump, jump, and then you want to get up to the ridge here, and then be very careful. Stay on the top, and we're going to drop right down there. Hopefully not drop to our death. And we're going to set an altar right here. So, straight down. There we go. And we're going to put an altar right about here. And now we're going to put an altar now away from the border, because we have copper down here and we have some clay down there and other things to farm. You don't want to get it too close to that tower where the mortar is, and there's a flame shrine right down there, so it'll get more spark. So let me just go straight down. So right here, this is clay, not Kappa. This is Kappa. So copper, now we have copper, and yeah. So you can farm that if you want, but we are going to head over here to this flame shrine, and yeah, grab some spark, read some material, grab all the fat loots that are around here, and get everything, and yeah, get ready to go down and do some other stuff. So there's a deadly flower over here that we want to kill with our ranged weapons. If you stay far away, they can't shoot you. There's another one over here. Let's take him out, take him out. Right, and there's another one right there. So ranged weapons, you're out of their blast range. And then, yeah, Shroud Sack. And this can be your first Shroud Sack farm. Now I have double jump, so this makes it a little easy to get to this. And we also got brittle shroud petals. You're dropped down here, you don't have to worry about that flower shooting you. Silver chest, nice ring, and reading material. And then with double jump, you can jump up here and grab that one, otherwise you get to traverse around there. Now down here, we have a bomb and a spawner. We're going to kill this guy, go to our axe, take this out, and there's an eye in there. I can't see it. There it is. Oh, it went around there. Where's the other one? There you are. Or you can shoot you, shoot him, and then loot your archaic. There we go. Oh, there it is. There's another one of those in here. Farm your archaic assets. Right. So there you go. Now what we're going to do is get one of the best starting swords in the game. Yeah. So dig up this, and we dig down deep enough. Let's see here. Hail Scourge, one of the best swords in the game. Here, and we are going to enter these doors and fight some rats. All right, going in. Now the mortar is down here, but the gate's locked, and we've got to go hit a button at the top of the tower to open that door, unlock that door. In here, we're going to fight a lot of rats. Kill those. Nothing really of interest for me up here. But I do want the meat. I don't care about the fur. I want the meat. Right, so we're gonna go up these stairs, more rats. But more, there's a cat right there. Where'd you go? There. So that's down. There's the kitty cat. But you need cat bait for that. And yeah, nothing of interest. There's some paper loot, that kind of stuff, book loot. But if we want the cat, we'll come back. Otherwise, climb the ladder. And then get our axe out. And then go over here. Another rat. Reading material. And there's the button. Right, if you need a torch, there's a torch there. Open this door, silver chest. Another wand. And then we can go up here. We are out of the shroud, but don't leave yet. We have to get the mortar. So there's a couple of ways you can come down here and just fly straight down. Go back in and then go over. Yeah, now this is unlocked. Grab the mortar. There we go. And this is locked. But there's a button right here that unlocks it. And then, yeah, we want to get out of the shroud. All right, we're going to go visit the Alchemist. Where's the Alchemist? Over here. Hey, hey! And, yeah, mortar return. There you go. And let's go ahead and place it.
Your way.
It's right here in slot 4. And let's just put it right here for now. All right, there we go. Quest completed. So a few people lit up. Farmer.
Let me know what
Some berries. Just show her some berries. That's a pretty easy one to do.
Come back soon.
And yeah, everyone else is good. On to the next thing. All right, now we're finally going to do the elixir well so that we can complete this quest. Making the improved grappling hook, we need shroud core, and I do not want to waste the cores that I already have. So we can make this. We've got shroud liquid and shroud spores, but we're going to get a shroud core from the boss in the elixir well. So we are going to head there next. So it's 217 this way. We are going to glide down. So it's this way. Here we go. I have a doggy after me. Right here, and there's the elixir well right there. Stupid dog. And then, yeah. So we don't have the improved. Or you can climb down this grate if you want. Otherwise, we'll just fly down there without taking fall damage next time. Silver chest. I am way beyond that, so that is salvage material. All right, next we're going to start the Hunters. Let me go here. The Hunter's Spindle Quest, and we're going to hit F. And the first part of it is right here to the west of the Farmer Vault. And then there's two parts, and then eventually we're going to have to go up here. All right, we are at the, let me go to the map, altar that we put south of the Farmer Vault, just south of it, and we're headed over to that landmark right there. So let's get up as high as we can. into this door. Then we're going to come up here, kill this guy, and new location. The second part. And a silver chest. New bow. So we are at the altar that we placed when we did the Modar, and that's down here, just southeast of Lone Thistle, and we are going to head to the Revelwood Spire right there, and we need to get across the, let me grab that, there we go, strawberries. We need to get across, and I think we come up right there. We have arrived to the bridge. We're right here right now, and we're going to cross this broken bridge right here. And we came from this altar and north of Lone Thistle. So we crossed the Shroud, came up on the other side, kept heading north, and then got to this location here. Let's kill the doggy. To deal with them. All right, keep following the road. And we are going to go back into the shrine, Enshrouded area. Make sure you're grabbing everything, especially strawberries. Arrived. Let's keep going here to the front. Follow the road. 70. We'll check out all of that later. And then we're going to put an altar right outside here. So altar, and then we can't build here. So go outside the red border. And we can build right there, and we can grab this flax. All right, cool. All right, we're gonna go climb this spire. Head on in. I'm not sure if there's any loot on the sides here. Let's check. None on the right. None on the center. None on the left. Let's climb. Grab the loot. Locked. Open. All right. We need to just follow the center one. Go over here, hit the button. And this is open. We have another button there. I'm not sure I'm going to worry about that. We'll see, but I do want to grab this. And let's go across these. So follow 2, go to the left. And then we're going to go back and around to sprinting. Oops. Jump over, second button, and then you can go up. Let's see here. Yep. 2 buttons, we're heading up to the next level. Right. Now this one, got a button on the left, hit it, button on the right, facing out, button on the left, and you have a button on the right, or the left facing this way, and then, yeah, we've got 2 more to go. Let's go across, and sprint, and we are going to go to the left. Climb. And then we're going to jump across. And we're going to jump across again for gold chest. Nice one. Looks like an upgrade. Now from here, if you look to the left, there's a button right there. You can get to it from the other side, but we wanted the gold chest. And then we can head back down. That's where we came in. And one more button. This time we're going to go to the left. Spin across. Grapple. And there's the last one. Here we go. And if you come around, you can hit that other button. But we already got it. Right down here. Not like that. And 4 buttons. And head to the next level. Right, this one you've got a button on the right. And you got a button on the left. Now this door is open. So go to the left to the right. We're going to go to the left. We're going to go to the right. Dodge those. And then sprint across. Open the door. And to the left, we have a silver chest. Dusty sword. Not getting lucky on those. So here you have a button on these stairs. And here you have a button on these stairs. Not a button. We're going to go up. And now this is unlocked. And just time it, jump over, and then head on up to the next level where we're arrived. Yes, Revelwood. Opens up the northern part of Springland. Yeah. Very nice. City for center. And yeah, now we can do all of these quests, and we can do up here in the northwest, and we can get to the saw blade. This opens up the world for us. Next is an eternal spell. So if we go here, an eternal spell, and we're going to knock that out. I'm not magic in this playthrough, so not worried about it. To start, we're going to fly to that tower because that's how we're going to get out of here. So we're going to run this way towards the tomb where the eternal spell is, and as a bonus, we are going to pick up the trader. So if we go to map, so we're going to pick up an eternal spell, and then we're going to go to the trader location. All right, so let's get over to that tower where we're going to get a lot of goodies on the ground. Lone spider. Okay, from here we are going to start gliding towards the eternal spell, the tomb, where that is. But before we do that, this is very important. Go to where you are, right at this marker. We're going to create a marker, set a flag, and then we are going to set a waypoint. Once we get down here, so that we can run back, right, if we want to. But we're going to go to the trader location after we do the eternal spell, and might not be able to get back across the lava. Let's go. And there's the tomb. There it is. And we've arrived. So we're going to go down into your typical tomb for the most part. There it is, the eternal spell. This is what we came for. There we go. All right, next, we are going to get out of here. All right, cool. So what we want to do is set a waypoint. We're going to go get the trader since we're here. All right, so 142 this way. And yeah, we don't want to fall in that. So we're going to get some height. You could go down that, but you have to climb out. What we're going to do is we're heading this direction across the lava. More lava to the blue marker. We're 60 away. Got a road. 26. And there she is. So here we go. Banshee. I thought there was a second one. Grab her. Here we go. Mai Ying Chen. And then, of course, I need fiber, but as much as I can get. Alright. Okay. Updraft, and I can make it. We are out of the shroud. There we go. So we are right here. We were able, after we picked up the trader, get here instead of back to the tower. So I am going to remove the marker. All right, back at the base. Everyone's lit up. Boy.
Let's make
Need for saw blade. It's going to be part of the Revelwood quests. So, thank you very much.
My hammer will fix it.
Crucible, Revelwood quest,
Now get out.
and the Hunter.
Speak
Man's
quick.
best friend.
Quiet.
This is getting the dog, which is near where we get the saw blade and Revelwood. Alright, so let's go to summon, tab, and My Yin Chen. We need to make her a bed. We are going to put her over here in this corner. We're going to hit tab and then hit the F key so she doesn't roam or wander. We'll go ahead and assign her to it. Get that part out of the way and then talk to her. So well met. That starts the lunar stuff, lost weaponry, and lantern light. There you go. Hi. A lot more she's going to start adding. Carpenter's lit up now.
Good to see
Lost lamp.
You've got a good eye,
Really
Claiborne.
do. That's pretty much it for Springlands. There's certainly a lot of quests to do. The Hollow Hall, which is an hour. I go through the Hollow Hall in my extended playthrough. Story of Fire. I go through all of these quests within that longer run. I'll include a link. Next series is going to be on Revelwood, and we're going to take care of things that are in the north. I'm not sure about everything in the north, but at least Revelwood area right around here before we start heading towards Pike's Mead so that we can get over to Nomad and over to the east biome. All right, we're going to wrap up this Springlands quick playthrough and prepare for Revelwood, where I'll do a very similar quick walkthrough. As far as these other quests in Springlands, I've done a whole series on doing all of this as well as doing the north. But now that we're up here at Revelwood, we're going to focus on progressing here and taking care of the Crucible, the Saw Blade, definitely the Hand Spindle, and some of these other quests. I've already gotten the cat in previous series, and I most likely will do the cat and the dog, but offline. I don't need to be doing those. I want to focus on the more serious quests that help progress. I want to get more EXP. Right now I'm level 9 and what we've accomplished so far. So I've got a lot of farming to do. I want to upgrade my gear and get some levels. I want to be at least a level 12, if not 15, prior to taking on the Pike. So until that next set of episodes in the Revelwood series, happy gaming!